Hey guys, I'm inside Type 1 and we even have Ichi-San over there who's really rarely at the garages. Ichi-San, can you give us a wave?
How are you doing?
Yeah, he's really rarely comes down here and it's so nice for him to come down and give us a hello as well.
Okay.
So thank you very much for that.
Okay.
All right, awesome. That was amazing to have Ichi-San here. Normally he's not even around and to call him to come here is just awesome. But anyways, we start off with this race NSX that was used in the Macau Grand Prix. And it's just used as display here now. And this is just so beautiful. Just look at, even though it's stripped out, it just looks so nice. All in the blue and yellow spoon colors. And we even had a chance to sign their wall. So on the top left in orange is Ichi-San's signature, and obviously I left a message for them. And this is their new wall art, drawn by Karishi Hiruma, who's quite famous in Japan. And just next to them we have an S2000, a blue one. He's getting the front bumper done. I've seen this a couple of times in other videos, but it's still here. And of course next to that is the race S2000. This is for sale. You can see that in the windshield. It's got a very similar kit to mine, except that his front bumper, this is the next generation one, which can be found on their wall, just up there. So if you have a look at that, the top one is the FD2 Type R front bumper. The middle one is the Spoon S-Tie, the one which I have. And the one below that is the latest S-Tie Spoon front bumper that can be found on this one. So mine will look fairly similar to this. Just next to me we have a yellow CRZ. We just come in for some brakes. We saw the mechanic fitting those earlier, and that is an interesting induction kit, but he's just done some service on it. Back to this S2000, my hardtop will look like this. So this is what my car will more or less look like. This was raced, so there's quite a bit of damage there. But what do you guys think of this? What do you think of the hardtop? I'll pop into that in a second. But let me just finish taking you guys around. The swing over here, we have a Integra Type R DC2. Carbon Kevlar bonnet, which looks amazing. Volts CE28s with spoon calipers, and behind that we just have a display of their rigid collars. So this is on the S660 subframe, and you can just see on the cutout there what it does. There's another subframe underneath that. A showcase of all the rocker covers. So we've got some K20s, B series, H22s, F20s. Classic steering wheel from one of the S600 or S800 Hondas. And down here we also have another engine from an NSX. That looks really nice. Another yellow rocker cover, and just some old photos of Ichi-San and when he visited Silverstone in 1985. Film mechanical worktops, and look at this baby. This is a B16A, which you can see through there. Just look at the exhaust manifold. Looks like a spaghetti, but my god, is it nice. I think this is just for display, but still this is so nice. Baffled sump as well. And throttle bodies, individual ones. That is really nice. Obviously in Japan, space is very limited, so down there is the ground floor, and you have this lift system, which can take cars up here and onto the ramp for some service. And they even have a third tier as well to store some cars. So we have an Honda S800, which has been fully restored. And if I can show you guys underneath here, it's very clean. It's quite hard to see. I'm going to show you that it is awesome. Next to that, one of their old race Civics, and the one hiding back there, it was hard to tell, but I was underneath here for a good couple of minutes and I came to the conclusion that it was an S2000. As you can see, the drive shaft just there. So obviously we have some customers coming in for advice, but yes, let's go sit inside the race S2000. So this is the facelift S2000. Well, first thing I can notice is this reflective heat sticker, as it does get very hot. Even in my S2000, when I'm just driving along, that tunnel gets really hot. This looks like a Recaro race seat. Everything has been stripped out. And this is race parts, got full roll cage there. And that is the view out the back. So it still looks fairly similar. Hasn't been stripped out to a point where you don't recognize it at all. But let's slip inside. So the dials has been removed and replaced by this Motec system. And the seat, I can tell you that is very uncomfortable. It does feel like a race car. And it's very echoey in here. But just have a look at that. Very bare. It doesn't seem as claustrophobic anymore. But I do feel like I am sitting on the floor of this car. And my view more or less looks like that. So it's quite low down. I just love it. And just a quick look at the engine bay. It does look fairly standard in here. It's retaining the stock airbox. It does have a cold air feed, which goes down into the front of the bumper. And this heat shield has also been stuck on with some reflective heat stickers. And it's really clean considering this is a race car. And I noticed that Spoon decided to block off this vent. I wonder why. They didn't cut out that one as well for their brake fluid reservoir. As I make my way downstairs, directly outside you can see the transmission room. And next to that on this side is the engine building room. So there's a couple of guys in there at the moment, just assembling some K-series engines. And there's a F20 next to that. But in here it is so clean, just like upstairs. We have a JDM S2000, pre-facelift one on the right, S800 coupe that has just been restored. Look how clean that is. It's just amazing. I think they've done something to the interior, hence why the fan, or the Spoon fan, is blowing onto the interior. Just notice where the location of that mirror is. And on the left we have a facelift S2000. So they also have a Hunter alignment machine. And they've also put a chrome red and blue sticker all over it. So that's pretty nice. And over here we have a ramp. And they're just working on a customer's car. I love that Type 1 bag over there. But yeah, let's make our way to Spoon Sports itself. We've just walked down the road to Spoon Sports. This is the office. So let's go take a look inside. So first off, you can see inside that's the office. But let's have a look at these. So we have a die-cast model of the EG6. And a larger DC2 with the EK, DC2 just behind it. Another EG on the side, and this is one of their trophies from the Super Taiku class. And just underneath here, this is one of the first monoblock aluminium opposed calipers that they had from Nissan. And this was one of their development ones. And then just underneath here, This was their full monoblock caliper. So it was originally red before they went for that blue colour. So we'll move on to their warehouse, and there's just spoon boxes everywhere. So all these parts are going to be shipped out, and it's just spoon branding all over the place. So lots of stuff. Anything you can imagine from Spoon will definitely come out from here, and you just have boxes upon boxes of everything that's labelled nicely, and it just keeps going. Obviously there are like 2 to 3 floors here. Just over here we have some genuine Honda parts and loads of rigid collars. So everything is more or less blue and yellow as well. And just have one of their colleagues there working away. So I want to say a big thank you to Ichi-San for coming down, everyone at Spoon Sports and at Type 1. I simply loved every minute being here. The guys down at Type 1, they let me sit in their S2000 race car, seeing the NSX Type R as well, and all the DC2s, they were just so clean. And then when I came down to this warehouse, they had so many parts, and they even let me film the inside as well. And we also got to see the development of those spoon calipers by Nissan. So it started off red, then it went blue, back to red before the final product of blue was released. So I want to say a big thank you again. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I myself loved every minute. I'll see you guys soon.